Hello, welcome again. Welcome to my channel. If you're new around here, my name is Noe, Healthful Noe. I love cooking and I love chatting about health benefits of food and how to achieve a sustainable, healthy eating habits. So today I'm going to be sharing with you one of my tips, one of my healthy eating tips, which is meal prepping. I love meal prepping. I love planning and prepping my meal well ahead of time. So this not only ensures that you are eating healthily, it also saves you kitchen times, around about 15 to 20 minutes kitchen times. I love this. I think this is the best part of it, and I thought it's important to share this with you first before we get on with our cooking. So prepping your ingredients ahead of time means that you are able to whip up a meal in between 15 to 20 minutes. So I think this is very key to healthy eating, and it also ensures that you have a mix of different vegetable types in your food. So and also another thing is consistency, because one thing that is very important if you have to eat healthily is consistency, because that's the main thing, because you don't want to just eat you don't want it to be a one-off. You want to continue, you want to maintain that continuity. So especially if you've got younger ones or if you've got a family. I have 3 kids, and I know a lot of people ask me how I managed to get my children to eat vegetables. Honestly, it's been a journey. It's not been that easy, but one thing that is sure or key to that is continuity, consistency. I make sure that I have vegetables in the house and I include it in their meals. So at some point it became normal to them. Initially it wasn't that easy, but because they kept eating it, and it became a part of it, a part of them. So continuity is very key. So meal prepping and having your ingredients prepped ahead is very important. So today I will be sharing with you my essential ingredients. So these are the ingredients that I can't do without. So ginger, turmeric, garlic, and my tomato. I do a lot of tomato dishes. So I'm going to be prepping my tomato base for my stew, my pasta, and also my cabbage and okra. So I'm going to show you how I do all of these. And so most of my cooking usually I cook from frozen and sometimes fresh where possible. So yes guys, so before we go into that, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please click the subscribe button and subscribe, and also turn on your notification button so that you get updates whenever I share my recipes. So guys, I hope you enjoy this and I hope you find this video useful. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I love all those feedbacks. Just let me know how things are going and what I should be sharing with you guys, and that will really help. Okay though guys, thank you and see you very soon. Let's get cooking, let's get prepping. Thank you. So here are some of my essential ingredients today. I've got ginger, purple cabbage, okra, peppers, and Scott bonnet. I love ginger, and this is how I prep my ginger. I don't peel my ginger, I scrape because I don't want to lose all the good stuff. So I just scrape like so, and that's all them scraped. I will blend up and then put them into this ice cube packs. So this means that I have ginger ready at any time. I also have garlic, which I'm going to do same. So I'm just gonna roughly chop it for easy blending. And yeah, so you guys, you already know that ginger is very good. It has anti-inflammatory properties. So there's a lot of evidence that it reduces chronic pain or chronic inflammation. So that's why I honestly I can say that for sure, because I have used it and I've noticed a difference. So that's why I pretty much use it in everything. So that's all them blended up. I'm just going to look at that. Look how beautiful it looks. Just look at that. So yeah, I'm going to portion them into these cubes one at a time. And yeah, so usually I go between 2 to 3 cubes in a dish depending on what I'm cooking. So next I'm going to seal it with olive oil. This is a very important step because you want to seal in the moisture. So I tend to sometimes I put the olive oil on the cubes on the ice packs first before transferring the ginger onto it, but today I'm doing it differently. So feel free to do it anyway that's most convenient for you. So just pretty much put olive oil through all the cubes and then smooth that out with a spatula, and that's your ginger ready. That's everything prepped and ready for whenever you need it, you guys. Just look how beautiful this is. If you love ginger, you don't want to you want to ensure that you have it at all times. It gives a nice flavor burst to a meal. It brings life to any kind of dish. So I always just like to have it, because I mean a lot of people say healthy food is not tasty, but I think the secret is having ingredients that will bring life to it, such as ginger, the garlic, yeah, and any form of flavor factor that you like. So next I'm prepping my garlic. I add a little bit of ginger as well here, and onions, fresh tomatoes, and red bell pepper. This is my go-to. This is my main base for my stew. As a Nigerian, we eat a lot of sauces, stew, rice and stew. So I like to have it very handy so that it doesn't take time. So usually my rice and stew days are usually like between 15 minutes. So and this is the trick. This is the way I get to make and get speedy meals. So that's my Scotch bonnet in, and that's a lot of pepper in this. But yeah, that's my Scotch bonnet in, and that's it all blended up. So yeah, I'm having a little bit of trouble with filming today. So next I'm going on to my red cabbage, you guys, purple cabbage as you some people call it. So these guys, I prefer the red ones because they are powerhouse of dietary fiber. You already know the importance of having fiber, so I find that the purple ones are really good. And also the rich color means that they are rich in antioxidants. So when you talk about healthy eating, you're talking about colors. The more colorful the better, so I tend to always go for the colorful ones, and because it's quite versatile as well, because I can throw them in my smoothies. So, and I love the color it gives, the color in my smoothie, so I love to have this handy. And also for salads as well, I tend to use different blade types for it, like for example this one, it's like the first blade, yeah, so that it gives it that it gives it that nice soft texture. So one other important thing to do is to invest in a good food processor, because healthy eating can be a bit inconvenient. Well, it depends on how you say it, but I know that I find it inconvenient if I have to chop all these vegetables. Honestly, it won't work. So the best thing I've done, because it's important to me, is to invest in a good food processor that will help me do the job. So yeah, so this is Kenwood Pro, and it is really good. This guy has been around for over 3 years now, so it's really good. So I kind of tend to play around with the numbers. Like if I want to have a smooth texture, I go between 1 and 2. Then if I want it roughly chopped, I go around 3 or 4, just to give it that rough chop. So depending on what you want. So that's my first blend chopping. I use the speed 1 and 2, and that's what you would get with it. Look at that, guys. Look at that color. It's beautiful. And yes. So for those of you who are looking to, if you have weight loss goals, you want to go for cabbage, it's really good. So next, I'm moving on to my okra. Okra is really lovely. I don't want to begin to tell you the importance of okra. When I had type 2 diabetes, that's one of my main meals. So and ever since then I've not stopped eating okra. And my dad also, who's diabetic, that is his favorite soup as well. So it's just become like a family thing. So next, I have blended up my turmeric. Turmeric is another essential ingredient for my curries. We do a lot of curries as well, so I like to have it handy. So I'm just going to just pour it in, and just the same way I did with the ginger. I'm just going to pour it into the cubes and then seal it up with the olive oil as well. And yeah, and that will be my turmeric ready. So that's all my meal prep pretty much. That's the red scotch bonnet in the tubs ready, because we love a lot of heat around here. So next, I'm going to have to vacuum seal these vegetables. I am vacuum sealing because some of these are going to be in the freezer for a while. So this is one way of keeping your vegetables fresh and green for a long time. No matter how long, between 3 to 6 months, it can stay safe. Honestly, I'm not sure how this works. It's been a long time I used it, but I'm sure I'll figure that out. So yeah, I think that's it now. Okay, so next I'm just gonna check that it's properly sealed. Yeah, so these bags come with the vacuum sealer. So I got them in Lidl, so if you want to check, it's called the vacuum sealer. So I'm going to portion out my okra into the bags like so. I've used different blade types for my okra. Sometimes I like my texture soft, sometimes I like it rough. So depending on how you want it, so you can just play around with the speed, and it's gonna give you the same, the texture that you want. So I usually portion like each bag for a meal, so that I don't have to waste or have to freeze. So this is one bag for one pot of soup. So depending on the quantity of soup I want to make, I kind of play around with the bags. So I'm just gonna chop that. That looks like a little bit, that's a bit too much. And then I'm going to seal it now, vacuum it now. So this takes a little bit of time, about 3 to 4 minutes or so. So you can see it's taking in the air, it's just taking out all the air. So this means that it reduces spoilage rates, so it can stay in the freezer for up to 6 months without spoiling. So that's another texture of my okra. It's roughly chopped. Again, like I said, just play around with the blades. So it's going to take out all the air from the okra, and so that it reduces the chance of spoilage. So I'm going to do same with this one as well. Sorry guys, I'm prepping at night, so my lighting is not so good. So hopefully try to make it better next time. So that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna sit here and wait for a while for it to finish. And then yeah. It takes a little bit of time. So while that's vacuuming, I'm going to show you my peppers, like my red bell peppers all chopped up. I'm going to vacuum seal them as well, and that's my cabbage as well. And yeah, the tomato sauce for my stew, and that's my stew base. And I throw them in my pasta as well. And yeah, that's all them. It makes it easier. It means that you can have a healthy meal in 15 minutes or less than. That's another cabbage. So this is a way to just pretty much have all the ingredients that you have and ensure that you're incorporating more vegetables into your diet. And I know sometimes the thought of having to rush out to the shop to get stuff can be, but when you have all that, look at that, that's all them prepped. That's my cabbage, mixed bell peppers, all the vegetables vacuum sealed. That's spring onions, that's another essential. That's my okra. So that's pretty much everything, guys. I hope this helps someone. I hope you find this useful. This is how to make healthy eating